Okay guys, I am at the stash of Plains of Fame. Look at all these models from the 1930s, balsa wood, through the 50s and 60s, and on and on. But look at this. Look at all of these models. Look at this. Look at this. If you live in Southern California, you can come and volunteer to build models if you want. None of these are for sale. These are all kits that eventually will be built and put into the museum. Look at that. Look at this, guys. Look at some of these are so old. Classic kits. Here's that classic Allison. That's the original pop. That's the original version of that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all of these planes and helicopters. Wow. You know, I'm kind of glad that these aren't for sale because I would probably bankrupt myself buying these silly things. Look at that. Look at that zero. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I don't know if I got you. I'll give you a reference again. Look at that. This is just one row, ladies and gentlemen. Just one row. Just one row. More and more and more stuff. Oh my goodness. Can you believe that? And I said every once in a while they will sell some of these so that they can help fund the museum as far as buying materials. Look at that. How many of us built this baby, the Airfix 124 P51? I know that's an old kit. Look at that. There's an Accurate Miniatures. I have that in my stash, I do believe. Look at that. Look at that. This is just one row. There's a Tamiya P38FG. Man, look at that. Look at that. Okay, let's go around the corner here. Everybody look at all the B-17s. B-29s. There's a Flying Wing. That's wood. There's some more wooden models. And these were carved out. And here we go. Here's the next row. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I have time to go through all these. There's so many. There's my P3 that I worked on when I was in the Navy. This is VP-19. I was in VP-48. We were better. EA6. I was going to buy this. I was going to ask him if that was for sale, and he said, no, these aren't for sale. Oh, man. I probably... Look at that. Look at the missile arsenal from Monogram. There's a repop of it. Wow. You guys got to come out here to Plains of Fame. Come out to the model shop and just look. It may be too much for you. Us model builders, it may be too much for you. Just because of the fact that none of these are for sale. It may be too much for you. You might not be able to take it. There's another Accurate Miniatures. Man, look at that. Look at that. Pro Modeler. That thing keeps calling to me. I gotta build that airplane. Oh my goodness. Another Pro Modeler. Just too many good things. Too many good things. I know I'm going too fast for you, but you're just gonna have to come out here. That's all there is to it. Kel, get on a plane. Man, how great is this? Classic airframe. Look at all these old kids. Okay, could you tell me a little bit of the history of why you have all these models?
All right. Ed Maloney, who started our museum, was also a model builder when he was young.
That makes him a great guy.
Yes. And during the war, he worked for the making models just like these up here.
Okay.
Okay, recognition models.
Okay.
And then also during the war, we trained over 10,000 pilots right here at Chino.
Okay.
He went to Pomona High.
Okay.
And so it's an easy drop from Pomona down to Chino.
Sure.
After the war was over, the airfield here became a depot.
Okay.
And they brought everything in, chop it up, melt it down.
Oh.
Ed was given free reign to go around and pick anything up he wanted. This was a young kid at the time. And he realized this is all going to be missing. So from that point on,
he had a lot of vision for a kid.
He decided that he would put his whole effort into saving aircraft.
Wow.
All right. And so this museum was the first museum west of the Mississippi. It was called the Air Museum at first. But later on, he moved to Buena Park for 2 years with Cars of the Stars.
Okay.
And we picked up the name Planes of Fame.
There you go.
Then from there back to Ontario.
Okay.
And then from Ontario over here in the 90s.
Okay.
And starting.
Almost back to home base.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back to home base.
Okay.
So in that, Ed would always accept anybody's models.
Right.
Because he used them as part of the display.
Sure.
If he didn't have the plane, he had the model.
Right. There you
And
go.
so with that in mind, over 60 years, people have given us models, and we have roughly 6,000 models that have been made. Along with that, Ed collected kits.
Just a few.
In fact, what happens is sometimes we open them up and we'll find Ed's message inside saying,
Oh, no
I want this
kidding.
being made this way with these decals.
Wow.
All right.
That is so cool.
So we still find those little nuggets every once in a while.
Now, I assume Ed is no longer with us.
Ed passed away 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. And your name is?
Ted.
Ted. You're Ted.
Yes.
Ted, thank you so much for
You're
taking
welcome.
time with me. And I don't know, my channel's not that big, but maybe this will make it bigger. You never
That's
know.
great.
Oh my goodness. This is the only bad thing about this visit
Yes.
is I was a little crestfallen when you told me that the kits weren't for sale.
Well, I have all these kits that are going to be on sale on Saturday.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Not going to be here Saturday.
I'm sorry.
but- all right. No first come, first serve this
Right.
time. All
You
right.
did get the 100-year-old one, right?
No, I didn't. Show me.
This is a 100-year-old model
Holy moly, Batman.
made by a German prisoner of war, sold to an American sergeant for a pack of cigarettes.
No
Made
kidding.
out of bullet shells and whatever metal
Sure.
he had.
They used to call that trench art
Yes.
back in the day.
This one here is a tester's kit during the war, and because
Okay.
resources were scarce, it's all cardboard. Just glue it all
Oh,
together.
no kidding. Yeah, I thought it was wood.
This one, these two here are what Ed made.
Okay.
When in high school, he was making recognition, and he continued in his adult life
Uh-huh.
to make those.
Very cool. Very cool. All righty. Thank you very much, sir. I have
welcome.
certainly enjoyed the tour.